morning.
Good morning from Delphi, Greece.
I'm April, this is Tim. We're travelling the world and sharing our journey along the way.
Subscribe to our channel if you want to come with us.
This morning we have come to Delphi, Greece. This was on Tim's list right from when we landed in Greece. He wanted to come here. We're here and it's about 7:30. The place opens at 8 and we're a little bit bummed because there's actually loads of people here already.
It's a bit of a different story to the Acropolis. We noticed
Yeah.
there's already tour buses.
Our
starting to
normal
roll
plan
in.
is just not going to work today. But anyway, it's such a nice time of day to actually come and see a place like this. The sun is just starting to rise. It's still a bit cold. We have jumpers on. Like,
I don't know what's going on. But it's a pretty amazing location here. It's a tour bus.
There's another tour bus. Oh.
Oh, we better go.
Let's go in line. Just missed out getting in first because of a French tour group. Feel so defeated. We've got our tickets. We're gonna go in. Actually, I think that was the entrance to the museum. So we're gonna go straight to the archaeological site. We might be first in. Okay, we found the entrance to the archaeological site. It's just down from the museum and we're not the first people in, but there's only like a couple people around. Look how empty it is.
This is one of those places that I've seen on documentaries so many times and I've been like, oh man, I really want to go there. It just looks incredible. And I'm finally here and it definitely lives up to the expectations.
Tim found this photo on Google Images of this place and he wants to go to that exact spot to get that exact view. So we're going there now. I think this might be it, Dad.
The first time I saw a documentary about this place, there was this particular view and I was just captivated. And I've wanted to come here for so long and here I am looking at this view.
Google image. Real life. So according to ancient legend, Delphi is the center of the earth. Zeus apparently released some eagles from all the corners of the earth and they all came and met at this point, and Delphi means womb. There's not much left of it today. Thankfully they've got this little picture here. I mean, I want to be sitting on the edge like this guy because he'd be looking out at these views. This is actually quite a big site and it's really well signposted. We just wanted to go to the top to watch the sun come up over the mountains and get there before all the other people get there. Now that we've done that, we're going to walk around, read all about it and take our time to explore.
I gotta say, it is so peaceful here. You can hear the birds chirping and there's just a nice breeze. Like, it's very tranquil here.
I agree. I think that we panicked with our jumpers this morning because when we got to the ticket booth, we realised we do not need them.
This view is a 6 out of 5. This is incredible. This is one of the most incredible views I've ever seen.
The archaeological site of Delphi dates back to the 6th century BC and this site is World UNESCO Heritage listed, which means that the remains that you see here have pretty much had like very minimal restoration or intervention. So what you see here is what was laid in the 6th century BC. So by now you probably know that we like coffee and we've had so many people comment that we should switch to tea because, I don't know, tea is meant to be good in most places. but we don't really have a kettle, so I've been putting tea bags in a bottle of drinking water and letting it brew overnight. Actually tastes okay, but I feel like the caffeine here isn't like as punchy enough. So I had about half a litre of this iced tea this morning, and Tim's like promising me a proper coffee at the end of this.
We're not coffee addicts.
No.
No.
No. So behind me is the stadium of Delphi. It's where the Pythian Games were held, which were second to importance only to the Olympic Games. The festival used to last about 6 to 8 days, and they had running, jumping, wrestling, discus throwing and javelin. And there's a little kitty here. Hello. Hey, were you the one fighting before? Has he got a sore eye? Oh, you look a bit mangy. Yeah, you're a bit mangy.
I'm still just pinching myself that I'm in ancient Greece. This has been such a huge thing on the list for so long, and finally here, walking around these ancient sites, swimming in the beautiful water in the beaches and driving around the mountains. It's amazing, it's perfect.
You have been wanting to come here for ages, haven't you?
I have.
I think my equivalent is probably like Egypt. Going to the pyramids in Egypt, I just have always wanted to do that. Around the site there are these large rocks sitting to the side. They've all been numbered obviously for inventory, and just come up close and notice that they've actually got writing on them, very faint.
Look at these blocks. Look how they all just fit together. Incredible workmanship. I'm still just blown away every time I see the blocks arranged like this. Like, how did they do it? It's just incredible.
There's like no gap in between. There are a lot of documentaries talking about rocks like this too.
Probably the first ancient site that I've been to in Greece where I've seen so many carvings into the brickwork, into the blocks. Like, there's all these intricate carvings of wreaths, and there's these inscriptions. It's very detailed.
Alright Dal, that's Delphi done. We've gone through the gates to exit.
So glad we came here,
Yeah.
and early in the morning.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock now, and once again it's just like full of the tour groups, which is fine. Like, some people like to do tour groups, we don't. We like to go when there's no one else around. So we got here at 8 and there were a couple of people, but you can do it in 2 hours and beat the crowds. It's not really hot.
I would put this up there with probably the Acropolis,
Yeah.
just for setting.
I think I prefer this actually because of the setting is amazing in the hills. One thing that I did notice as well is, which it kind of dawned on me visiting all of these ancient sites, a lot of the people that are visiting them are like older. We're in our early 30s and we feel like young compared to most of the people that have visited. And I just don't know why. Where are all the young people? What are you doing? Like, the mainland of Greece and the Peloponnese is stunning and the people are so lovely. Like, when we were down around Kalamata, it was like taking a step back in time. It was great. You just felt so safe. We got so much food given to us. Completely different vibe to what I've heard about the islands.
Yeah, I've heard it described as the real Greece
Yeah,
down
and
there. And
the problem is, like, the older you are, the harder it is to walk around these sites.
it's true.
So
Definitely not as mobile.
get here while you're young.
Alrighty, we're making our way down south of Athens now to a campsite near the Temple of Poseidon.
Yeah, it's about a 4-hour drive. We had a quick wander around the town of Delphi, and the food and drinks are so expensive. Like, coffees are about €3.50 to €4.50.
It's a shame. It's a really nice little town though.
Yeah, and like none of the tavernas are even open. It's 11:15,
Yeah.
probably too early for lunch. So we're gonna hit the road and get something to eat and drink on the way. And then when we're there, maybe go for a swim. I'd like to go for another
I think
swim.
so. Well, we made it. Temple of Poseidon. We're in Cape Sunio. and it's 6 o'clock. It's been a long day on the road, but we've enjoyed it. We've seen some pretty cool coastal roads, and it's quite windy here, but there it is.
It costs like €8 each to get in, so we're not going to pay to go through the gate. We just parked, had a look,
Yeah.
then we're going to head off. We're just going to go to a campsite tonight and then go back to the airport, return the car.
Well, it's been fun having you along with us today.
And if you enjoy travelling with us, subscribe to our channel.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time. It's so windy, it's like moving the camera around.